Hey guys, Llama Grant here, and today we're going to be taking a look with another review at Power of the Primes Transformers Battlelash. So here's the packaging. Very nice artwork there. Stuff on the back, compatible with these little baby boys. There's that. Instructions, we don't need those. And of course, our collector card, which is just cardboard, but yeah, there it is. So there's that. So let's take a look at Battlelash. Here he is in his helicopter mode. I will admit, I really am not a fan of this helicopter mode. It looks like they just fucking tried to throw it all together in the end of the process, and it just doesn't look right to me. If you like it, then that's alright, but to me it just kind of looks like a big cobbled mess. It does have some nice paint detailing though. We got a few red bits here. We got a nice reflective Decepticon logo right there, as well as some reflective sort of metallic blue plastic for the windshield. We got some blue back here. That's pretty much it for paint on this mode. This propeller up here, of course, spins. Not very well, but it does spin. You have to make sure you have the proper clearance for it to spin. It's also not very balanced, so it just sort of leans forward, which doesn't really help with the spinning, but you know, I guess that's alright. But overall, yeah, I really don't care for the this vehicle mode. But getting into the robot mode, which I actually really do like, first thing you're going to want to do is in this little area right here, you're just going to pull up on this little bit here. Might have to wiggle it a bit for it to come out. That's just tabbed in right there with that port. Then you're going to make sure this is completely straight like that. And you're going to take these two sections and just split them apart right here, like so. Just rotate them out. Then there is a double hinge joint right here. That will be the elbow. What you're going to do there is just untab this little tab from this hole and pull it out. On mine, the elbow joint for the double bend is really stiff. That might not be the case for all of them, but for mine, that's how it is. Do it on both sides, so they're straightened out like that. Then, after that, what you're going to want to do is come around here, and you're going to want to move these arms out of the way. Sometimes the arm will get popped off the ball joint, but it's alright, you just pop it right back on. But what you're going to want to do is get the arms out of the way just enough so you have enough clearance to bring this whole section up like so. And you're really only doing that to get room for all this other stuff. You're going to take these two side sections here, these black sections, and you're just going to pull them out, and they will come down like this. Then you just push that back up. Take this little front section here, which also has another use other than being the front of the helicopter. That's why it's got a giant hole in it, but I'll get to that later. You're going to take this and you're going to flip it up just like that. It doesn't go any further than that. It's just sort of going to sit there. That's a little bit unfortunate, but that's how it is. Next, what you're going to do is come back here and split this back part right here, just sort of split in half. Then take these two bits and flip them up like that. Then these whole black assemblies here will do the same thing that these did by coming down. You're going to do that with both of the sides, turn it around, and combine these two black sections in the front to form the crotch. After you've combined the crotch area, you're just going to take these little sections here and rotate them around, and those are the legs done. So after that, what you're going to do is these little arm sections here, let's straighten these out. You're going to take these and you're going to take the arms on this double hinge right here, and you're going to hinge it around and fix the ball joint so it's like this. You're going to do that on both sides so that it's even, and then you're just going to fold these down and back. Sometimes you'll probably have to move this out of the way just for clearance. Then rotate these forward, and then last step is take this whole section, bring it down, then you could flip out the little head right here and just push all that back, tab it all back in, and there you have Battlelash in his robot mode. Looking very, very nice. Really like the look of this guy. I think the head sculpt on this guy is really nice. I really like it. Looks awesome with that nice metallic silver and that just a little red paint for the eyes. You got some metallic purple up here in the chest, as well as a Decepticon logo, the blue in the feet that we covered earlier, and that's pretty much all the paint on this thing. The propeller here, that can still spin, so I guess if you want to use that as a weapon, being he doesn't come with any, you can. So that's pretty much it for the main robot mode. Again, this is just sort of going to flip around back here, but can't really do anything about that. Articulation on this guy, you got rotation in the head, you have a ball joint here in the shoulder, but due to how it is, you're not really going to get any crazy stuff with it. You can go forward, out, forward, like this way. You got that elbow ball joint. Down here in the hips, you got ball joints. Also, this crotch section likes to split in half a lot. It doesn't really have a nice connection. I don't know if that's just mine, or if that's something that's a problem with all of them, but with this particular one, it doesn't really like to stay. You got ball joints in the hips, ball joints in the knees, and that is all for the articulation. Overall, really like this robot mode. I feel like this is the mode they put the most effort into, because vehicle mode is really just kind of lackluster compared to this, and I feel like this is just really nice. If we bring in his little buddy from this wave, Road Trap here, you can see they're about the same size. And that actually helps with a feature that they have that will come in handy in just a moment. Because the whole point of getting these two as a sort of set is because they have an awesome gimmick. So, what I was talking about earlier was just a little bit back here, and yes, it actually does have a purpose, and I'm about to show you that. Let's get road traps done really quick. The gimmick is that these two actually combine, and that's why on their own they're kind of lackluster, because they're meant to be used together. So yeah, to combine them, what you're going to do for Road Trap is turn his head around, fold his arms back here like so to get them out of the way, split the chest, and then bring it down on that hinge. Just collapse it like that, then fold these back and just attach them to the sides via the pegs, like you would normally do for vehicle mode, and you're done. That's Road Trap. He becomes the legs, and that's why he was mostly legs as a figure. Sending that off to the side, we're going to get to the main component, which is Battlelash here. So, what you're going to want to do to make this bad boy into a transformation sensation. To combine is, first thing you want to do is open this little panel back here so you can bring the arms forward. You can close that panel back up, open this panel and flip the head back up, close it. Then you just bring the arms back like this. While you're doing so, you're going to take the propeller and stick it in between the arms, and this is how that is going to look. Now this is how the instructions tell you to do it. It's kind of messy and it's a little weird. I'll show you that in a second, but next step is you're going to take the legs, bring them up. There's a double hinge here. You're going to double hinge that, and there's little pegs right here, and when you put that in, it will peg into this little slot right here, and you're going to do that on both sides. Now you have the upper torso, and the last step for that is to take this and just fold it up underneath, and this is the other reason for that hole. It's for the combination. But like I was saying a second ago, this is how the instructions tell you to do it. I think it looks a little messy because you could still see the hands from the front even with the legs attached. So what you might want to do is just sort of rotate these and peg them together on the back, and I feel like that just looks a lot cleaner, and it just sort of, it hides the hands and just looks a lot better. So that's how I'm gonna do it. You don't have to. You could go with how the instructions say, but yeah. There is one more step to this, but I always leave that for last after they've already combined. So what you're gonna want to do is take Road Trap here and just stick his head up into this little hole here. It's gonna take a little bit of force, not much, but yeah. Then it just pops on. Then you bring this plate forward, flip up the head, and then close it. And this is your little boy combined. So he does look pretty cool. This sort of makes up for the sort of disappointment in the other two figures, like the helicopter mode for Battleslash and for Road Trap, the robot mode. But when they're together, it sort of makes up for it. The gimmick sort of takes away from both the figures, but when you put them together, then it looks very, very, very nice. So, there he is. I believe his name is Road Slash. Or Battle Trap. It might be Battle Trap. I'm not sure. It's one of those, probably. But here he is, looking real nice. He's got some decent articulation. He's got rotation in the head, ball joint in the shoulder and elbow. He's got rotation in the waist, thanks to that head joint from Road Trap. He's got ball joint in the hips, swivel at the thigh, little knee bend in here, if you could get it to work out. Then he's got a ball joint in the ankle, and of course these little windows can still move up and down slightly. And yeah, so there he is. I feel like the combined form is definitely worth picking up both of these figures. I really, really like how he looks and the amount of articulation that he has. Just really, really cool to me. Anyway guys, that's about it for this video. I hope you liked it. If you did, make sure to hit that like button down below to show me that you did. If you haven't already, also hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss out on any new content from the channel. And I'll see you guys later.